Okay, so I'm doing a video because I think it's less personal. I don't like getting in front of everybody and talking. It's easier for me to talk about myself, I guess, when I'm by myself. A lot of people wonder, why do I dress like this, or what's wrong with me? And a lot of it just has to do with the fact that I'm a transsexual female. And what that means is that I was born in a male body with a female brain. So if you wanted to look at it in layman's terms, I guess you could say it's a physical deformity that is usually remedied with years of medication, therapy, and then eventually surgery. I'm 26, I'll be 27 coming in August, and I have 3 kids. I've been married, going through a divorce. I really don't know what we're supposed to talk about on these things. Let's see. I realized that I was transsexual when I was probably about 7 or 8. I just didn't know that that's what it was called. All I knew is that I felt like a girl, not a boy. But society isn't accepting of that kind of behavior. So, a lot of parents, what they tend to do is reinforce gender roles. And so, I played boy games, and then when I was alone with my friends who were girls, I'd play, house, or we'd play other, I guess, girly games, you could say. I don't know that they're necessarily girly. And I hated taking the role of the father. Another thing, and then of course later on, in school I was picked on a lot by other boys, by other girls, because I was very feminine. And I smoke, and that's a dirty habit. Let's see, what else? But yeah, I was picked on a lot as a kid. I've even been stoned, which I don't recommend. It's not very fun. Let's see, what else? When I hit about 14, I stopped taking medication for ADHD and depression, and went through withdrawals for about a week. It made me a much stronger person individually, because it showed me that I could take control of my own life in a very uncontrollable situation. What else? I can't think of anything. Give me a second. When I turned 16, or when I was 16, shortly before I turned 17, I was in a car accident. I'd been hit by a car as a pedestrian. I was rollerblading to school, and I wasn't wearing a helmet or any pads, and the car hit me going at about 35-40 miles an hour in the back. I had hit a puddle of water and flew out into the street as they were turning a corner, and they hit me broadside. I had several cracked ribs, a punctured and collapsed lung, and I was in the hospital for about 3 weeks. doing, recuperating. It was definitely an interesting experience. I had made a full recovery after about 2 weeks out of the hospital. And after that, I met my, high school sweetheart, and we dated for about a period of 3 months, and then got married on my 18th birthday. I don't recommend ever getting married on your birthday or your significant other's birthday, because if you ever forget your anniversary, well, you're kind of screwed 2 ways. Let's see what else. After we got married, we had our first kid, my daughter, and she will be 8 this year. I worked for McDonald's full-time as a grill manager, and then while I worked there, I also worked for the fire department in Florence, Oregon. After that, I realized I wasn't going to make enough money to support our child, so I enlisted in the military and did that for about 1.5 years, and got out on a medical discharge because of my transsexualism. Was causing a lot of other problems, personality disorders and whatnot. I'm just a whole hodgepodge of everything. And I got out and decided that I needed to be normal. I needed to feel normal. So I went about searching through the vast sea of the internet, and did research for about 5 years, about 4 or 5 years in the area of transsexualism before I actually started taking hormones. I've been harassed, ridiculed, threatened, treated less than human, told that I can't do this. Most of my family's supportive, though half of my family doesn't know because they aren't. And I don't know when I will, if I will ever be able to tell them. I've been to college once before. It was for criminal justice. And then I moved up here to go to Chemeketa and pursue my degree in psychology. So my major is psychology, and I'm going to have a minor in art. I want to teach art therapy and provide free support to those who can't afford a clinical psychologist, and then, also have and eventually open up my own private practice. I have 2 sisters, 1 brother. My mom and my dad split up when I was young, and I've kind of just taken a back seat on life, kind of coasted through most of it, and I'm trying to pull my life together so that I can take care of everything that I need to take care of. Life tends to get hard at times, but I do alright. Sorry. And, you know, I just hang in there. I really don't like talking about myself, although by the looks of this video, you're probably thinking, wow, you just won't shut up. I'm just trying to think of things to say. So don't feel bad when you're up there and trying to figure out what you need to say or what you want to do. It's not easy for anyone to talk about themselves, especially myself, because I'm an introvert. I will actually go out of my way to avoid groups or crowds. I don't mind the mall simply because it's very open. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm actually a very open person. I'm very nice, very kind. I tend to give a lot and not expect a lot in return. You know, other than people's friendship or kindness as well. So, yeah. I guess one other thing. My birth name was Christopher Miles Lanier, and my given name is Christine Mila Lanier. So, yeah, you can call me Chris or call me Mila, it doesn't matter. Just don't call me Christopher or Miles. It actually kind of gets on my nerves. But yeah, that's all I've got to say, and maybe I'll turn this into like a YouTube thing, I don't know. Alright, talk to you later.